Grace of God is sufficient for us all. My name is Andina Grace Johwa. I'm from Marabella. On Friday, I received a prophecy from the man of God. He said, I refused to die some time ago. And he said, I was unconscious for some time. And when I was unconscious, it was like I took a journey somewhere and then I came back.
As Prophet Cedric moves in the midst of the congregation, the Spirit of the living God evidently leads him to this woman. He offers prayer in the name above all names, and an impure spirit immediately surfaces, depicted by the great unease displayed upon her face. Watch this encounter as the spirit of prophecy ministers to this woman.
She refused to die. She know that she refused to die. There was a time when she almost died. There was a time when you almost died. Huh?
Yes, Prophet.
I'm seeing you unconscious for quite some time.
And I had an accident.
What happened?
I had an accident in the bus.
Huh?
I had an accident when I was in the bus.
What happened? Because I'm seeing you unconscious, as if you are not there.
Yes, I was unconscious for some time.
Huh?
I was unconscious for some time.
But you know that you are unconscious. This is the natural language.
Yes.
But you saw yourself traveling.
Yes, Prophet.
And you got back.
Yes, Prophet.
I said you saw yourself going somewhere and you got back.
Yes, Prophet.
Huh?
Yes, Prophet.
What happened?
I don't really know.
Huh?
I don't know what happened, but I just know I was unconscious when I had an accident. Yes.
Thank you. How are you? Come on.
I confirm this to be very true. 15 years ago, 2004, 29 June, I was involved in a bus accident. The bus hit a cow, and then it was head-on with a truck that was on another lane. Then I was unconscious. I only had the bus hitting a cow, like the first two. That was it. And then I don't know what happened after that. But when I woke up, my face was wet. And I asked those that were around me, I asked them if the bus is raining. They said, no, it's not raining. It happened that the whole of my skin was out and covering my face. And my face was full of blood. And what I remember was, when I was unconscious, it's like I saw my grandmother who died when I was 5 years old, 1988. I saw him, he was having a whip. He was beating me, telling me to go back and not to follow her. Yeah, and that is the dream that I had when I was unconscious. And I was taken out of the bus through the window. It happened that there was a van that was passing. Before the ambulance and the police came, this van took me to Palape because the accident happened at Tawan. The bus was from Gaborone going to Francistown. This van, I didn't even know them. I didn't even see them. They took me to Palape. When I got there at the hospital, the doctor said, this one is very critical. Let's not put her in the wards. Let me monitor her from the office here, where he was consulting. I was unconscious in the bus. After just the bus hit a cow, I just became unconscious. I didn't even hear the bus hitting the truck. I was just there. Like when I woke up, everyone was screaming, my leg, my rib. That's how I woke up, and my face was wet. And I thought it was water, but it was blood.
And share with us the dream that you had when you were still unconscious.
It's like I saw my grandmother having a whip, beating me to go back and not to follow her. And I kept running after her. She said, no, go back, go back. That's how I woke up. When I woke up, when I got out through the window, there were a lot of people screaming, and some were saying even the conductor is dead. If I recall very well, they said around 11 people died on the spot. And I was taken to Palape, where the doctor said, this one should not be admitted right now to the wards. I want to monitor her. I want to check if I have to call a helicopter to come and take her to Nyangagwe. But by the grace of God, they managed to stitch the whole face. And in the morning, mysteriously, I was just fine. I don't know how, but I could walk. I could talk even though my lips were cut, but I could talk. I was fine such that I was discharged. It really depressed me after I realized what happened. It took time for me to accept myself. I was finishing first year then at the University of Botswana. But after that, sometimes I would not even go to the lessons. I would just stay in my room because I didn't want people to look at me and ask me what happened. And I even went and registered with the disability services to say I'm disabled so that I don't mingle with people. And I asked for a single room so that I stay alone. I didn't want to stay with anyone. I didn't even want to look myself in the mirror. And because I didn't attend lessons well, I had to retake a lot of courses, such that the university wrote to the ministry to ask for an extra year for me of sponsorship. And it also affected my relations with people. I don't want to mingle with people a lot. I would isolate myself. Even when I met my now husband, I just thought, this person will not love me when I have all these scars, because then I had not reviewed my scars. But after some time, MVA sponsored for reviewing of my scars, and then I developed a little confidence on myself. And I hated June 29 with all my heart. I didn't like June 29 at all. But when I was pregnant with my firstborn, he was born on the same day, June 29. The scars were very bad. The one on the forehead was just huge, and it was not knitted properly. And the one on the mouth, on top of my lip, was a lump. And my left eye was not okay. It was not okay. It was smaller than my right eye. So I really didn't like going in public or relating to people a lot. I prefer to be associated with the disabled. Here, this was the biggest scar that did not go to the skull, but there's an opening when you touch here. And there was another scar here. This one was the one that had a lump, and there was another one just on the chin there. Really, when I came to church, I was just praying in my heart that, hey, this year I want to plow a lot. Like, I really want to plow. If the man of God has to talk to me today, it will be about farming. I didn't think he would talk to me about my fears, and I was really shocked because this fear made me not even get a license. I would do my theories, pass, and not even continue from there. I would pay driving school and not go because all the time when I think of driving, I just think I'll have an accident. I confirm this prophecy, church. It's very true. It's very related to my life. That's the whole reason why I had all this fear of church and low self-esteem. Even in my marriage, I would just think that my husband doesn't love me because of such. Church, this is the University of Botswana, Department of Mathematics and Science. They wrote to the ministry that the above-mentioned student was involved in a bus accident on the 29th June 2004. And when she started second year, 2004-2005, they said I didn't attend all the classes because I was reviewing the scars. So they were asking for an extra year of sponsorship. Here, this letter is from Manager Disability Support Services. They were asking for a single room for me because I was now under the disability department. Here is a statement from the driver who was driving the bus to say on the 29th of June 2004, he hit a cow and then was head-on with a truck. And as you can see here, it says, I left Gaborone at about 15 hours to go to Francistown. Here is the MVA letter of removal of the scars, where they were paying for all the costs. And as you can see here, this is my photo before I had all the scars that I have now. And this was before the 2 months after the accident, before the review of the scars. In my family, we were born 7. Our firstborn died in 1995 January after an accident that also involved a truck. He was the breadwinner of the house. And also, when I started my first year, no one at home had gone to Form 5. And the moment I started first year, I was like, my mom was happy that at least one of my children is going to the university, and I had that accident that was so bad.
What is the difference in you after receiving prayer?
I really feel happy, like God knows all my worries. I'm so happy that I'm liberated, I'm free, and of course I'll get my license soon.
What do you say to the people who are listening to this testimony who are going through the same situation you underwent?
I'll just say God is able. Just stay rooted in the potter's hand, and everything will change at his time, of course.